Thank you, Madam Speaker. I've taken to the floor today to respond to Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries calling me a, quote, stone-cold liar during a press conference defending the recent discovery of Democrats' communication with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. And I bring with me something that he and many of his fellow Democrats like Jamie Raskin, Jasmine Crockett, and Stacey Plaskett, apparently detest. And that is a thing called evidence. Tuesday, I gave a speech on the House floor detailing my House Oversight Committee's good work to date on our Epstein investigation. After all, Hakeem Jeffries, the Democrats in Congress, and your allies in the corporate media have been demanding a full release of the Epstein documents for months, including all the documents from the Epstein estate. So without hesitation, I subpoenaed all of the Jeffrey Epstein estate documents because I, as well as my Republican colleagues on the House Oversight Committee, we want to know what really happened, what went on, who was involved in these unspeakable crimes. We want justice for the survivors.
Welcome back to Liberty Trigger, Patriots. Today we're reacting to a fiery moment on the House floor where a Republican congressman exposes Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, after Jeffries called him a stone-cold liar. But here's the twist. The congressman brought something Democrats seem terrified of: evidence. Stick around because this is important. And hey, while you are here, if you believe in holding our leaders accountable and you appreciate this kind of breakdown, so me a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss a thing. Let's break it down.
That's why we're doing this investigation. So House Oversight obtained over 30,000 pages of documents from the estate. Unlike the Democrats, who only released 10 of those over 30,000 pages of documents, Republicans on the House Oversight Committee released every single document on the website for the American people to see. Democrats and many in the media were anxiously clutching their pearls in anticipation of potential dirt on President Trump. In the end, after full transparency by the Republicans on the Oversight Committee, there was nothing new about the president's former relationship with Epstein, and certainly nothing scandalous. But we did find two sitting Democrat members of Congress had communication with Epstein. First, it's been highly reported and debated about Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett texting during an Oversight Committee hearing with Jeffrey Epstein while trying to conspire with him to hurt or embarrass Donald Trump. But according to Jamie Raskin, that was okay because Mr. Epstein was her constituent. Now, how embarrassing a rationale is that? But the second communication was this email right here, where Hakeem Jeffries' campaign reached out directly to Jeffrey Epstein, soliciting campaign dollars for the, quote, Brooklyn Barack. Now, whereas Jamie Raskin explained Plaskett's communication with Epstein as simply responding to a constituent, Hakeem Jeffries had a very different response when asked about it by the media. He denied its existence. Hakeem Jeffries said Comer is a stone-cold liar, and then he reverted to calling me names for the second week in a row. So let's read it to make sure. To Jeffrey Epstein, and that's the real Jeffrey Epstein, not Jasmine Crockett's Jeffrey Epstein. This is the real Jeffrey Epstein. From Hakeem Jeffries' campaign. Dear Jeffrey, we are thrilled that we are working with Congressman Hakeem Jeffries, one of the rising stars of the New York delegation, sometimes referred to as Brooklyn's Barack. Hakeem is committed to electing a Democrat majority in 2014 and is encouraging his friends to participate in a DCCC fundraising dinner with President Obama and Hakeem Jeffries. It ends with a number for Jeffrey Epstein to call to go to the dinner and, quote, get an opportunity to get to know Hakeem better. Here's the evidence. The email speaks for itself. The only stone-cold liar in this debate is Hakeem Jeffries. So, Mr. Minority Leader, take a deep breath, chill out, stop lying, stop with the juvenile name-calling, and own up to the fact that your campaign solicited campaign cash from Jeffrey Epstein. With that, Mr. Speaker, I yield back.
For months, Democrats and the mainstream media have been demanding full release of Jeffrey Epstein's documents. They wanted every file, every message, every page. So what did Republicans do? They subpoenaed over 30,000 Epstein documents and released all of them online for the American people to see. Meanwhile, Democrats previously released only 10 pages. 10 out of 30,000. These are the same people who preach transparency. And yet, when the floodgates opened, suddenly they went quiet. The media and Democrats were desperately hoping the documents would expose Trump. They were practically drooling at the idea. But when the documents finally came out, nothing, no new scandal, no criminal connection to Trump. However, 2 Democrat members of Congress were caught communicating directly with Epstein. That's where things get explosive. The congressman revealed a real campaign email from Hakeem Jeffries' own team, addressed directly to Epstein, asking him to donate and attend a fundraising dinner with President Obama and Brooklyn Barack, meaning Jeffries himself. When reporters asked Jeffries about it, he didn't explain. He denied the email even existed and called the congressman a liar. But now we've seen the email. It's real, it's documented, and it blows Jeffries' denial out of the water. So the question is, if everything was innocent, why lie? As a right-wing American patriot, I have to say this. I'm tired of Democrats lecturing the country about morality while hiding their own rot. Every time evidence comes out, the narrative shifts, the excuses begin, and the media pretends nothing happened. If Trump had sent fundraising emails to Epstein, the media would be in meltdown. Congress would be demanding hearings. But when as a Democrat, they circle the wagons and attack the messenger. At the end of the day, this congressman did something rare in Washington. He brought facts. He brought receipts. He showed transparency. And instead of addressing the evidence, Democrats responded with name-calling and denial. That tells you everything. America deserves the truth, not selective outrage, not political theater, and definitely not leaders pretending innocence while their campaigns ask Jeffrey Epstein for donations. If you're a patriot who refuses to be gaslit by corrupt politicians and their media mouthpieces, hit like, subscribe, and share this video. The truth is coming out, and we're not backing down. God bless America.